The chattering of teeth and the scurrying of thousands upon thousands of tiny little feet. Yes, the Skaven are back for Warhammer Age of Sigmar, and today I'm going to take a look at the first release, which is going to be the Clan Rats. There is a new edition of Age of Sigmar just about to drop. It's just around the corner, and we know that it's going to be Stormcast and Skaven. Skaven will be getting a huge range refresh. They've already got rid of, or announced for getting rid of, a lot of the Skaven kits, but we also know that a lot of those are key parts of the Skaven army and will be replaced with fantastic new sculpts. And the first announcement we've had from Games Workshop of these new sculpts is the new Clan Rats. These make up the bulk of the Skaven force, and they are literally numberless. We already know from the original preview of Age of Sigmar that the Skaven have flooded out of Blight City, which has burst through the crust of the mortal realm, plunging towards the sky. That the Skaven have flooded out in their billions, which means billions, millions, thousands, hundreds of those are going to be Clan Rats. And with that, Games Workshop have provided us with some photos of the new Clan Rats, an update from the previous version. For me, I like them. It brings them in line with the Warhammer Underworld sculpts, which have been absolutely fantastic. It updates them, it makes them look menacing, it really adds character to them as well. In the Skaven lore, there is no set appearance for a Clan Rat. They just scavenge whatever they can, which is a good way to do it. So if we look at these first few that they've previewed, you can see they all look a bit different. The one at the front is quite armoured, which I like the look of. It reminds me of some of the older units, some of the characters which tend to have more armour than what the typical Clan Rat does have. Interestingly, the standard bearer looks like he is an old rat, an old man, which from what I can remember, Skaven don't tend to live into old age, they tend to die off quite quickly. But I can justify this. I don't know if this is how Games Workshop would justify it, but I like the idea behind the fact that the old rats can no longer really fight, so they carry the banners for people. A bit like a walking stick, he's leaning on it more than anything else. And this could be because the Skaven have been virtually hiding throughout the entire previous events of Age of Sigmar, so maybe some of them have aged and got old. And also with the numbers, if there's billions upon billions of them now, a small percentage has to reach old age. There's no way statistically that you're not going to get any old age Skaven. So that's my take on it. I really like the idea that because they've been hiding, some of their population may have aged and can't really fight, so they carry the banners now. If we take a look at the individual sculpts that they have provided us photos for, I really like these first two. They show a variance in what you get, so there's a bit of armour, a bit of cloth, no two are the same, and they're carrying these kind of like broken off spears, I suppose is what you would call them. They're a spear head, and they go down so they can grip them two-handed, but they don't actually carry on. So they've probably been scavenged from the battlefield, and also Skaven are quite small, so they probably couldn't carry a mortal humans or orc or somebody else's spear anyway, so they've only taken enough to hold on to it and wield it like a sword, really. We also see in the kit options for kind of axes or clubs with spikes on them, and shields, which is always a nice combination to see Skaven with. It's very traditional. One-handed weapon and a shield is what you kind of always used to see them with, and it's nice to see them here. I like the look of the fur on all of these because they look similar but different as well, so you've got some cohesion amongst the force that you can tell they're all together, but also there is no way that these all look identical to each other, which is always nice when you're going to have quite a big squad of these. There also seems to be a variety of shields, so you've got the round ones and the classic triangle ones as well. Plus the variety of poses really makes the force stand out. If we look at them compared to the old Clan Rats, you can see that they're a little bit bulkier. Their proportions are slightly larger. They may even be taller. It's hard to tell because the old Clan Rats stood up more straight, whereas these ones have got their legs bent more and hunched over a little bit more. But they're definitely small critters, only about half the size in height of a Stormcast Liberator. Overall, I think these are fantastic. I really like the sculpts, I really like the paint job they've done on them. There's a huge amount of variety to be done within a squad, and you can make them look the way you want to make them look. The old clan rats were designed not for Age of Sigmar but for fantasy, I believe, so they were designed to be bunched up together into blocks, whereas now they can really kind of go wild with the poses and have them sticking out all over the place. I love the mix of armour, chainmail and the ragged cloths that they have covering them as well. So I think they've made a good start with the Skaven. If they're going to continue with this aesthetic, then I'm going to be very happy, and I think overall the force is going to look amazing. They're going to look unique but also cohesive, and you're not going to get bored painting these, and you'll be able to paint a huge mob of them and it'll be fine. It'll look good. But what do you guys think? Do you prefer the old Skaven models for the clan rats, or do you like the new one? And do you agree that this is getting more in the style of the Underworlds ones, which I really love, and I think they're really cool? Drop your opinions down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the very next video.